So back after Donington, the car didn't break, which was excellent. There's still a couple of jobs we need to do for the next round though, just simple little things. I'm going to rotate the wheels front to back, just because these have been on the front and done, what they've done? They've done a race and a track day so far. So I'm going to rotate the front to back, just to try and keep the wear a bit even. Also, intake temps, we're getting quite high at Donington. Brands Hatch should probably be hotter. So I've got some gold tape. I'm just going to cover all like the airbox and stuff in gold tape. Try and see if that helps. Like anywhere where air passes through, I'm just going to cover it with gold tape and just see if that helps keep the heat out. And also, if you know Brands Hatch, you'll know Paddock Hill Bend, renowned for people running wide, going off, throwing gravel everywhere. So as a precaution for that, we've got some of this. It's just basically some mesh, which I'm going to put behind the front grille and behind the scoop for the intercooler, because the last thing we want is just a rogue bit of gravel coming in, bursting the radiator or bursting a hole in the intercooler. Just a simple thing could ruin your day. So like £10 at Phoebe with some mesh, cable tie it in, should help prevent that if something like that happens. And that's about it. So and also while I've got the car jacked up doing the wheels, I'll do a bolt check and everything as well. But all nice simple stuff, but stuff that needs to be done just to get us ready for the next race. So yeah, let's crack on and do it. So here's the plan. This is basically the parts where the air goes through to get into the engine. So obviously this comes from the front grille, takes it into this thing, into the airbox, and then from the airbox into the throttle body. So I think if I wrap these things in wherever I put it, this gold tape, hopefully that should mean that these keep the heat out, and they'll get heat soaked so much by the hot engine. That's a theory anyway. So yeah, I'll give these a clean up and we'll get them wrapped. That's all wrapped up. It's not the neatest job in the world because these things aren't exactly properly round, so it's a bit thingy and it doesn't really stick to the silicone on that, but yeah, it's the best I can do. So yeah, let's get it fitted into the car. And there we go. Now I've got a bit of bling in the engine bay. So hopefully that helps keep all this stuff cool. Here's the theory, yeah. Hopefully it helps keep all this stuff cool so that when the air comes in, it stays cool in here, and then obviously when it gets compressed by the supercharger it warms up, but then this will cool it down again. That's the theory. Whether it works in practice, I don't know. But that's that job. On to the next. Sitting out in the garden on a lovely afternoon and decided to wrap the fuel cap in black. Not my best work. A couple of patches on it, but I think it's okay. It's okay for a race car anyway. So a little bit less chrome on the car. Right then, that's the mesh kind of done. So we've got mesh covering the radiator. I had to split it in two halves. The piece that we got just wasn't big enough to go over the whole thing and right down. So it's cut in two, but basically it's just cut and moulded around the radiator, bolted in place using the old fixings for the AC. And yeah, obviously it goes all the way down. So hopefully that should stop any big stones that find their way through the grills puncturing the radiator, because obviously that was my impact gun. The holes in the radiator are quite big. Obviously I can get my finger through, so obviously any bits of gravel or whatever will definitely go through that. And it's prime target for puncturing the radiator, so that mesh should hopefully stop that. Because as I say, Brands Hatch with Paddock Hill Bend, there's so much gravel then, so many people go off, it's just, the track just gets littered with gravel and sprayed everywhere, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. We've also got a little bit in here, in the scoop. That's literally just held on by hopes and dreams and a bit of tape. Like it's moulded around the cutout of the scoop, so it shouldn't move. But we'll see what happens, because obviously if a bit of gravel, because that scoop obviously feeds into this, a bit of gravel goes into that, punctures that, we've got a big air leak then, so at least that's a bit of prevention for that. So yeah, if it holds up we'll probably just keep it on, but I just wanted to have something like this on just to protect for gravel, especially at Brands Hatch. So that's our things done. Next is just really a bolt check. I need to torque up the wheels. I'm going to set the starting pressures on the tyres, because obviously I'll swap them all around. So I'll set the starting pressures and we should be good to go, well, apart from the car needing a wash. But yeah, get into the rest of the stuff now.